What is up, my beautiful Momars, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm gonna make something I can eat. Giant Jello Taco Bell. Woo! Taco Bell is one of my favorite fast foods ever, so I really wanted to make what I get there in giant Jello form. Two types of taco, a fiery Doritos Locos taco, and then a normal taco, and then I'm gonna be making some nachos. Once we make all that, I'm gonna get a giant Baja Blast, my favorite drink at Taco Bell that goes well with everything to wash it all down. To make our Jello, we're gonna be using not only one pot, but two pots. I'm gonna put it right here. This is probably the most Jello I've ever made in one video. This is a record. It's so heavy. Oh god. Wow, this one's not that bad. That one is really heavy. Alright, so I'm taking a ton of unflavored gelatin. Ooh, that's a lot, but you ain't seen nothing yet. So I'm not gonna add just one, but three. Ugh. I'm gonna be blending my Jello. Oh my gosh, okay, oh my gosh, it's gonna get crazy in here. Here we go. Alright guys, I'm going to start off by labeling my pans to keep this organized. So I have this pan right here, Doritos. So now I know that this is where my Doritos Locos Taco is going to go, right here. And then for the next one, this is going to be my normal tortilla. So I'm going to finish up labeling all my pans and then fill them up with Jello. Alright guys, now I'm going to walk this giant pot of gelatin downstairs because that's where we're going to set all of our Jello in hopes that it will cool overnight well. Alright, here we go. Need some audio. Lift with your butt, Marlon. Alright, so I'm putting my foil down, crumbling it up on purpose because this helps me make my lettuce have this nice, beautiful texture. Now, I'm gonna mix a little bit of red into my tomatoes. Boop, boop. To give the sour cream that opaque whiteness, I'm gonna use some whipped frosting. I don't need that much, maybe just a little dollop, just like that. Get in there, Mr. Frosting. If that doesn't taste good enough and it's not white enough, we're gonna add some condensed milk. For this one, we're making refried beans in here, so I'm just gonna pour a nice, beautiful layer. The frosting is melting like butter. All right, so now that those are opaque, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of brown to this. I'm gonna make shredded cheese now. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to this. 2, 3, 4. The next thing I'm gonna do is make the cheese sauce. So it's more of like an orangey tinge to it. All right, so now I'm gonna make my lettuces. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some gelatin directly, covering the whole surface of my foil. This is so cool. So I'm gonna make my Baja Blast. Also, what I'm gonna be using as my straw is this. So now we have a little bit of blue. I'm gonna mix it into here. So I'm actually gonna use some string to hold this thing in place right here. I couldn't get the strings to work, but I got some tape and I just trifected it. Now we're gonna move on to the tortillas. It is very important that I make these kind of thick, but not too thick because they need to still be able to bend in the middle. Now I'm gonna fill this one up. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to this first tortilla right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown right here. We're gonna go ahead and make our Doritos Locos Taco, which is gonna be red. Now we're gonna make tortilla chips, which are white. I'm gonna go in here and use this very fancy technique called starting a fire. But be careful, a fire might start. So I'm gonna be putting a little bit of black pepper on these just to give it a little bit of contrast, so it's not just this white Jello you have. All right guys, now it's time to make our ground beef. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. I have some leftover white frosting mixed into some Jello over here. I'm gonna add that to our ground beef mixture. Beef is kind of brown, so I'm just gonna add a lot of this. Hopefully it doesn't look gross. What is this? This could possibly be ground beef. You just gotta trust the Jello, okay? After I worked so hard to put all this here, I'm gonna protect my investments. So I'm putting a cone right here, and I'm putting a cone here. Go ahead and take this bad boy down like that. Now I'm gonna come over here. This is why you gotta be careful, because things like this can happen. I almost fell and ruined everything. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this fashion over here. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.
The next morning.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's no wet spots. That is a great sign. Okay, sour cream, refried beans. This is the cheese sauce. This is actually the yellow cheese we're gonna use to shred. Whoa. Ah, yes. This feels like a perfect thickness for tortillas. These all feel great. Our chips feel great. Okay. All right, guys. First, we're gonna make our tortilla chips. I'm gonna start off by cutting this into thirds. Come on, Marlon. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut right here. Then I'm gonna cut down this side. These are our beautiful tortilla chips. Aren't they gorgeous? And then I'm gonna repeat these steps like 100 more times to make a ton of tortilla chips. And done. Cheese sauce should look like this big long thing right here. And this is what part of our cheese sauce is gonna look like for the nachos. We're gonna just set this on top of the chips to be like, you know, like when you pour nacho cheese on the chips. So that's what I'm going for here. Tomatoes. So I'm gonna start by cutting these into little squares because usually the tomatoes come diced. And then after I do this all the way across, I'm gonna create a crosshatch by going across the other way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just start creating some ground beef. I'm just gonna start moving it around. Look, you can really see the brownness of it now. My favorite part is just to use your hands to extra squeeze it and make more ground beef appear, see? So I'm gonna get my tortillas and start placing them in the bowl just like this, paying a special attention to the outside ones because those are the very important ones. Our pile of tortilla chips are getting higher and higher. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of sauce right along the tortilla chips. Just like that. I'm gonna add my refried beans right here. And then we're gonna put some more tortilla chips on top of that. Then I'm gonna throw on this big piece of cheese right here. Our next ingredient is ground beef. I'm gonna go ahead and take that and sprinkle it all on the sides. Then we get my ground beef, put them all along the edges. Now I'm gonna put some of the refried beans right under here just to give it that added layer. Now I'm gonna be grabbing my sour cream, putting that on top just right here. This next one is the top of the sour cream. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the cup really fast. Get out, baby. Oh my gosh, my sour cream is wet still. This makes it really realistic looking. Some diced tomatoes. This is our Jell-O Taco Bell giant nachos. All right, so now that we finished making the nachos, we're gonna make the tacos. All right, now I'm gonna be prepping my little shredded cheese on top. I'm just gonna be cutting it into little strips to make like giant shredded cheese. So they use shredded lettuce at Taco Bell, so I'm gonna try to shred this up too. Oh, it feels so nice. It's like these little beautiful strips, but they're textured from the foil, so they have that like lettucey texture to them. I'm first gonna start by filling it with the ground beef we need. Now we're gonna add my lettuce on here just like this. We have to be healthy and have vegetables, so oh my gosh. We have our shredded cheese right here. I'm gonna take it and just go ahead and layer it on top of the lettuce like you would see in an actual taco. Okay, so now I have my cheese all up in here like that. I'm gonna attempt to fold it over and make a taco. Oh no, it's ripping right here. All right, for this one we're making a Doritos Locos Taco Fiery Edition. So I'm gonna take my ground beef directly in, put as much ground beef as you want. Then I'm gonna grab my lettuce. The red and the yellow look so pretty together, oh my gosh. Doritos. I'm gonna take them and just crush them right here. And then we're just gonna sprinkle those all across my taco. Now I have my Tapatio hot sauce Doritos. Oh no, I ripped the bottom. It's okay, don't tell anyone. Shh, you just hide it like this. And we just use the crumbs as the garnish. And there we go, we got these giant tacos. All right, the last thing we're gonna do is rescue my Baja Blast in 3, in 2, in 1. Flip it over. Come out, Baja Blast. Oh my goodness, I just gave birth to a giant Baja Blast. Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. We have the original OG Bel Grande right here. And of course, to wash it all down, our Baja Blast. And in this corner, we have Taco Bell. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my chip here, some of the sauce, some of the sour cream, a tomato, come on, nachos, okay. Alright, let's eat this. It's not bad because we put frosting in it. I can eat this, wow. Ew, what's that in my mouth? Is that plastic? It's like fiery and it's jello-y, but it's so beautiful, look at it. All right guys, time to wash it all down with some Baja Blast. Okay, I really can't suck it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to take a big bite out of my Baja Blast. In 3, in 2, in 1. It hit the back of my throat. It made me gag. Baja Blast. Why do you do that to me, Baja Blast? That is not refreshing, but it's really cool though. Watch, check this out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Let's move on over to Taco Bell. Oh! This is good. Even though it looks so ugly, it's so good still. That's okay. I might actually like the Jell-O better. This is one of my favorite things from Taco Bell. Look at it. It's gorgeous. It kind of looks like ours, but not really. That one tastes like all lettuce. Oh my god. Why is it so hard? Dang it. Okay, here we go. I grabbed it this time. Let's drink it. I would eat normal Taco Bell any day over Jello Giant Taco Bell because Giant Jello Taco Bell looks gorgeous, but it's not actually delicious. Normal Taco Bell doesn't look that great, but it's actually delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video where I made Giant Jello Taco Bell. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like tacos, if you like Taco Bell, and you love soda because Baja Blast is my favorite soda. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. for another new video. Peace!